All right, welcome in, everybody. Interesting night last night. Had two kids with tummy bugs and little vomiting sessions. It was not pretty at all. Then I had to go to the Piggly Wiggly today because I wanted hamburgers for lunch, and Beth brings out but I'm not going to make hamburgers unless you go to the pig and get something to drink. We have no drinks. I told you yesterday to get more drinks. So I had to go to the Piggly Wiggly. And then I got them all candy, and then it's just been an ordeal all day. Look at this, y'all. See the overnight high. See how sometimes these levels act as support and resistance. Now it's not always, and they're just little lines. But the overnight high sometimes acts as support and resistance. So here, where the fractal was formed, we could have scalp to the downside, right? We could scalp to the downside. Now we've got a fractal form, which means we're going back up. So you might scalp to the upside, maybe go back short here or there, So I think what we're going to do, this will be fun since we enjoy it so much. Our Muscadine Mafia session today at 2:00. Why don't we do a scalp session at 2:00? Hey, we may do it. We may do a 2-hour scalp session. Who knows? We may be on fire, baby. So if you're a Muscadine Mafia member, join us for our 2:00 scalp session. It'll be a lot of fun. Dude, go play son. I cut your hair last night, didn't I? Did you get sick? Did you throw up last night like the sisters? Oh, okay. All right, so what are we seeing here? The market is flat, right? Flat, flat, flat. We are, what is my AD? My AD is, what is my dadgum AD? 96. So that's flat too. We're above the 15-minute opening range. We're above the VWAP cash open and the hourly midband. All of this we kind of look at, right? AD made the highs right here at about 1150, and now it's going down, and now AD's going back up, and that's fractal was formed. But we'll talk about all those things when we scalp. Again, I scalped yesterday and made $16. I was like, Bobby, you were just, I don't know, man. You're good looking, you're funny, you're witty, and you can scalp and make $16 in a day. You're darn good, man. Volume is, about average volume. So really nothing to see here. What do you call, I got the wrong thing here. Here's what we'll be using to scalp today, right? I really like this chart on scalping. So we'll be using this chart today as we scalp together at 2:00. But now we don't need this one. We will go volume profile. Here we go. I said we'll go volume profile. All right, you notice it doesn't have my little lines on it, so I saved those drawings as Big Green Monster. Now, Rick yesterday, I don't know if Rick's in here or not. Yeah, Rick is. Rick said that his Big Green Monster is different than mine. Well, it depends if I drew mine when I was totally medicated or not. But I think when I drew mine, Rick, that I never had to do the second step, right? I never had to do the extension. I just did the retracements because at the retracements, the 50% line already was really close to the big green line that was already on there. So I just didn't move it. So, so ours may be off a little bit.
I noticed that it was very close. My only concern is my 50% line is like 37, where your 80% line is.
Okay, let's see.
That was my only concern, but it's fine.
Let's go to the plain chart real quick, like so. So what I did, let's try to draw it again, right? We'll see if we make this one a different color, just so we can answer any questions here. So what I did is I drew it from the bottom to the top, right? On the top. And then this is what I saw, right? You see my 50% line is like right at, I mean, it's a little off. So yours might be a little off. So I just left my lines here. I didn't go the second step. I didn't draw from the 50 to that, to the 1 and do all that. I just kind of
that makes sense, Bobby. That makes
sense. Okay, so if this line is close, I normally just leave it as it is, so you pull that off. But that's a great question, though. Great question, because we never drew this together. Remove drawing. That there. So let's go back to our volume profile. Y'all promise y'all it's going to be quieter. Daddy's going to have to pull y'all out. So we see what happens is it goes from one line to the other line. Look at there. It's almost like, okay, look, y'all, Bobby's got a green line here. We'll violate it, but we got to go back up. Where we're going back up to? Well, we're going back up to the point of control, aren't we? And probably we're going back to fill in some of these spaces, right? And I would say a good target is going to be 37.28 at some point. Who knows, right? It certainly has the permission to go down if it wants to, but our dominant thesis is that this looks bullish, at least up to here, right? And it can go down and up and down before it fills these gaps, but this is kind of what we're looking for. We're oversold now. Oversold. We think we'll get back into the fair value range at some point. So we'll see. Now let's see if that kind of confirms with what we're seeing over here on our, what do you call, linear regression. Linear regression goes to the top and the bottom. Look at the top of our old linear regression is the top of the new linear regression. Remember when we drew these purple lines? When we were really pointed down? So what's this? Move down. What's happening to volume? Volume was level, 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 volume down, volume down. So it looks like I'm able to see a little bit of exhaustion in the move down. Doesn't mean that it can't keep going down, but I'm seeing a little bit of exhaustion. Everybody see that? With the volume up, volume, hard to see what volume was that day, then volume down on that down day, then volume, maybe up or down today, but it looks like it's stalling. The down move is stalling. So we'll see. If Vladimir launches nukes, anything's game, right? It don't matter about your charts. It don't matter about your VIX. It don't matter about your VWAPs. Anything's game. Now, what we should hope for that happens, and I think this is a likely scenario, is I think the Russian people may be getting fed up with old Vlad, right? And let's say if somebody has the kahunas to take him out, that'd be a great thing. Now, remember, they tried to do the same thing with Hitler unsuccessfully, right? So there were death, tried to blow up and kill Hitler. Didn't work. We wish it had of. Maybe we could have avoided a lot of loss of lives, but we'll see what happens with our man Vladimir. It's like you back a scalded dog into the corner, right? And they're going to do everything they can to save face and save themselves. So, he's kind of back up against the wall. So we'll see what happens to old Vlad there, and see if his people can take him out so he's no longer a threat. All right, so everybody's got this. Everything looks good. So let's go. Let's see. We looked at our charts. Let's go to our, what do you call, little spreadsheets here. No problem children, not yet, do we? Let's see if we got a problem child today. So today it's 10, 11, 22. Are y'all excited about the scalping session? I love those. I just love them. It's kind of fun, right? All right. So our counts today are, come on, recognize my face. Recognize my face. Recognize my face. Unbelievable. Come on. My face recognition has gone down since. Oh, the market's really bolting up now. All right, so I got the other one already pulled up. Let's do this one. This one over here is net lick of 10, 11, 12, is 101,118.80. I hear some moving on up, baby.
We're moving on up to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
101, 105.05. We'll change this all time. All right, so we're up $415. Beautiful. Let's go to the other one. Is Stacy in here? Is her little grandkid here? Her grandkid loves the Jefferson song. All right, so let's go to this count. See how we're doing over here. Crimson. Oh yeah, we might play it again. 26,028.59. Baby, we are moving on up.
We're moving on up to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
A great show that was. All right, so let's get it over here. Let's start with the crimson count first. And let's record our grapes. It's just repetition, y'all. You do the same thing every day. 42.45. 42.45. So, okay, says we need to adjust by 3 deltas. That's no biggie, right? That's nothing at all. So just because you see red on your screen doesn't mean you need to panic. That's just saying, you're kind of at the top there. No big deal. 56.59. Let's see what our Fed is. 56.59. We're at 0.22. That's beautiful. We said VIX is at 32, not 312, but 32. Our buying power is 71.70. Gorgeous. Using 27% of our buying power, we could use 40. Our maximum delta should be about 39. We're at 42. And our maximum theta should be at 0.26. So the market now, when we're evaluating things, the market is, I call that up 0.35, right? So go over here to our decision tree. Decision tree market is up. Okay, do I make a new opening trade? No. Why? Well, the reason is the market's up, number one, and my deltas are a little too much. So why would you put on another positive delta trade? All right, so then it says, do I have any profitable trade? Let's go look. Let's go answer the question. Monitor. Go back and look at them all. All right, so here we go. Negative 23. Well, hello, ladies. Up 15%. Okay, $15. I see you. I see you. Up 10%. We up $5 there. That's a put debit spread. Negative 46, negative 36. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, I do have positive trades, right? But the time I pay commissions on them, they wouldn't be. Time I close this little puppy here, at 20 days to go, I'd be up, almost nothing. So it doesn't matter really. If I say yes, here's what it's going to say. Do I have a profitable trade? Yes, I do. And it would tell me, close the largest percentage winner. Okay. I could easily say no, because after commissions, it wouldn't be profitable. And it says you're comfortable waiting and doing nothing. So I'm comfortable waiting and doing nothing. I'm not smart enough to make this do everything that it needs to do. So I think I'm just going to do nothing. Right? I'm just going to do nothing because everything is right in line. Now let's look at the individual trades. Now let's look at this one, 111.19, and see if you would close it. So let's go to the Analyze tab. Right? Make sure you got MES in here. You're going to hide simulations, and let's look at the 1119. Would you close that trade? Isn't that a beautiful trade? A beautiful trade that's going to make $302 in just a matter of 20 days. If even it goes down 5%, market goes down 5% from here, that's a beautiful trade. Why would you close that trade? So let's look at everything else. Make sure I'm on today's date. Yeah. All right, let's look at 11118. Beautiful trade. We're in the kind of the middle up to the upper third. 11120, not even in the profit 10. 11121st, not even in the profit 10. 11122nd. Not even in the profit 10. Put debit spread. Aha. It's finally profitable. Look at there. We're not even into the thing, but we're profitable on that. Look at that. How about that? Now at expiration, I'd be down my debit that I placed to put the trade. But it's starting to work as a little bit of insurance in it, even on an update. There's a second negative put that goes with that one, right? Now $60, but it's more than fine. So you just kind of evaluate your trades. 112.51st. Look at that. Beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. So everything looks really, really good. Look, beautiful trade. Good. All right, so we see that everything's fine. So what am I doing in this account? I ain't doing nothing. Ain't nothing to do. You've done your work, Bob. Let's go to the second account. Second account, and that would be this one. Takes a couple minutes to do this every day. No big deal. If you're at the office, you may not have the spreadsheet. Just know the percentages, right? Divide 143.5 over your net lit in your account. That'll tell you what this is. I can go up to 0.0015 of my account with deltas. So 14443. All right. So we are, says no adjustment. Look at that. I could be as high as 152. So, and if anybody's got a question on how to do that, please ask me. I'll show you how to do the 0.015 times your thing to find out your maximum delta. So you can do this in the bathroom stall at your office. What is our theta? 184.89. Lily, daddy's in a session. For you kids. All right, 0.18. Can it get any better than that? Vix is at 32. Let's see what our buying power usage is. Buying power 383, 382, 23, 382. So we're using 23%. Y'all, this looks good to me. I mean, look at this, all green, baby. Now, interestingly enough, what would it say if the market was down? Let's see what the market is now, because it's bipolar, right? Things up and down all the time. It's still up. So let's pretend it was down. What would our spreadsheet tell us to do? So if it was down, it would tell me to make a new trade. Why? Because everything's in the green. Right? All of my parameters are fine. Market's down, best time to put on a trade. So I don't have to do that. So, but the market is up. So if I say the market is up or flat, it's going to tell me don't make a trade. All right. So then it's going to ask me, hey, Bob, do you got a 65% winning trade? It didn't tell me if I've got a winner because it knows I don't have to close a winner because my Greeks and my metrics are good. So this time it's asking me, hey, you got something that's above 65%. Let's go look. Let's see how everybody's doing over here. Move, dang it. Move, dang it. Move. Let's see our trades. All right. Negative 48, negative 41, negative 153, negative plus 7.32, plus 28%. Hello. And plus 60. This one we must have closed yesterday. Let me delete it. Was it a free man? Oh, well, look at this. Hello, ladies. Hello, ladies. Okay, so this is the one we've been looking at, right? We're up 106% on it, and we've only got 10 days on the account. Now, y'all, don't tell Tom Shoshnoff, as Beth calls him. He liked that, by the way, me telling him Beth calls him Shoshnoff, because she can't pronounce Shoshnoff. So don't tell Tom Shoshnoff that we're letting something go into 10 days. Bobby, you got all this gamma wrist down there, you fat black glass nine-toed bastard. Yeah, I understand. I got what y'all are saying. I know exactly what y'all are saying. But let's look at the trade, shall we? 11121 first. Let's go to it. 11120 first. Ken said, I did all this 65% or will up at 3 a.m. Highest winner is 18% now. Look at you. You had a lot of winners. So let's go look at this one, right? The 11120 first, and let's see what y'all would do. Okay. Okay. I see you. So, big old Bobby here is pulling for some huge theta here, right? Now, the whole trade is up $167 today. That's a nice profit on a trade that, that's that's good profit on anything that we do. What's our average profit? Our average profit is probably like $70 in this account. So we would more than double our average profit. But old Bob here is looking at everything. I'm looking at my Greeks. Everything's fine. There's no need to panic. Now, here's why I'm not closing it, because I'm greedy. I want you to look at this theta. You see this theta? I'm getting $60 of theta a day. And what happens is, watch this, what happens as the days go by. Y'all remember that old gospel song that gets sweeter as the days go by? What's this? What's my purple line? Tomorrow, this trade is going to be up $100 and $200. My theta went up. So I got $62 in theta. Let's go one more day. Look at that, y'all, $263. And if we stay anywhere within this range, old sweet Bobby's going to make $918. Now, I have 3 tranches. I could easily take off one today to take off a little risk, but I'm not really worried about the risk to the downside, because if the market were to go down to this 35.63 area, we're at 36.38 now. So that's what, 80 points down, which we could easily do. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Don't let me teach. What am I going to do, y'all? We figured out what our best practice is. What am I going to do? Somebody give it to me. put him into problem child. We're gonna put him in timeout. Exactly, Gerardo. And you're exactly right too, Ed. We're gonna roll, and we're gonna keep track of debits and credits, and we're gonna go back to our accounting 101 class in college. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do debits and credits. So if my metrics were really messed up today, man, if I had too many deltas and too much theta, and I had too much of this and that, my buying power was out of line. Hey, Emma Grace, will you be respectful, please? Did you say no? Hold on a second. I'm gonna put it down too. Hold on a second. Unbelievable, kill children. So I'll be up $900 something. I could take it off, but I'm not going to. So if my deltas and metrics were out of line, I'd certainly take this trade off. I don't have to. I don't have to. And look what happens in just a couple of days. Boom, chickabaka, boom. So on the 14th, which is 3 days from now, I'm up 329. Now, yeah, I do have risk to the downside. Right? We get a 12% down move, I'm down $4,000. I got it. I got it. But what would happen is I would roll this puppy when we get breaks, roll it out in time, give us more time. I think it's fine. And when you look at our chart analysis that we did today, I think that we have exhaustion into the down move. Again, Putin pulls out a nuclear weapon, it's all off, baby. There's no doubt we're probably going down here. That's the risk you take. You don't have riskless trades. I'm taking risk. Could I take risk off and take a profit today? Absolutely. I'm just a little greedy. All right, so let's look at all of our trades, shall we? So we got a couple of winners. Now, another thing we could do, though, and this is what we did yesterday, is we did take off a lesser winner. Remember that? We were kind of letting this one go, right? Because we thought, man, we could do good on it. So here's one up, barely up. You could take that one off, 112.57. Let's see what it looks like. I mean, you could, but do you need to? Let's see what the 112.57 looks like. Would you take that trade off? Huh? Let's go back to today. Go to today. Would you take this trade off? Why would you? Right? Look at this beautiful, beautiful little thing. And how many days to expiration do we have on that? 112.57. We got 50 days. Would you take that off for $12? No. No. So I ain't gonna take anything off. So I go over here and answer my questions. Do I have one? I'm gonna say no, right? Because I don't want to take it off. I could say yes. Am I comfortable waiting and doing nothing? Well, yes, indeed. So Bob, wait and do nothing. That's all my analysis is, y'all. Isn't this beautiful? Y'all love this. It's just strategy, baby. We're strategizing. Ed, was it hard for a LSU fan to say roll? Roll. Now add a tie to that. Ed, what kind of laundry detergent do you use, son? All right, Dale says, when I show gamma on my price slices, it seems to be a nothing burger in these trades. Yeah, and Dale, I wish I could tell you that I knew what gamma for a bad position would look like. I don't even know what it looked like. I never monitor it, right? I never really look at it. But yeah, I don't think that the gamma of those trades is anything. I mean, we always say a point negative this or 1 or 2. I just think now maybe I'm gonna get slapped around by gamma. Maybe gamma's gonna slap us. Maybe we're not watching something that we ought to be watching. I'm willing to take one for the team. So if y'all want to, y'all take them off for 21 days. That's fine. But I tell you, I think that we've discovered these trades work best if you can take them closer to expiration. That's something we discovered, right? You're sitting Tasty work. I mean, y'all, Tasty Trade, they've got Tony and the research team. What do we have? We've got Ed and Rick, right? That's what we've got. So, yeah, Ed.
I'll chime in with that cue if you don't mind.
Sure, come on in.
So this subject's come up before, and I'm not a Greek master or anything like that, but intuitively, if you model a 111 or 112 and you're way into that tent, like that thing is very mature. Let's say you put a 45-day one on and it's got 15 days left. That 0 plus T line is going to be way down there, either very near, close to that naked put, I'm guessing. So the closer, the older that put debit spread matures and the more sturdy it is, the less gamma risk I think your portfolio incurs, unless the market blows right through your naked put strike. And then you can see by your decline in profit there, all bets are off. But I think as we approach, if that naked put is still relatively farish away and not being super threatened, I don't think gamma's a risk because the put debit spread is so strong. It's offsetting most, if not all. Now, I'd welcome very much other people's thoughts there, but that's my guess.
Yeah, that's good, Ed. You know, and what are we trying to do here, y'all? I mean, we're just trying to, we're making decisions based on the information before us. And what we know is this line right here, this purple line is about to just swap up. I mean, it's about to just kick up in the next 11 days to a huge profit. And here's where we are in price. Now, would I feel better if we were here in price? Well, yes and no. I would feel good about as far as the loss part, right? But then I'd have the problem with what happens if this thing goes up, right? What happens if it goes up? Well, now if it goes up, it's good, right? But by, you see, it's even above our expiration line, right? So it's good now, but I still want it to hang in here where I get the $900 profit. That's what I'm playing for here. So it's all about risk and reward, right? So today we're up 169. I would be leaving, 700 and what I think that $700, $800 on the table if I close the trade today. However, I would take off risk of it breaching here and maybe going here. I could take that risk off, take my little profits and go on. I'm just trying to say I like the risk reward. I like the reward of 11 days, hanging in here 10 or 11 days. How many days? Yeah, 10 days. Hanging in here 9 more days. I like my risk reward. That's all it is. So now keep in mind, those of you who are trade managers, you would manage your account entirely different than me. Here's what y'all would be doing. And we got to understand that I'm a portfolio manager. I am not a trade manager. You guys would be eyeballing this trade right here. Here's what y'all do. And you would say, oh my gosh, I'm down 135%. As soon as this thing gets down to 200%, I'm taking it off because that's my rule. I close them at 2x loss. When I'm down 200%, I'm gonna take it off. Well, let's go look at the 112 55. Here's why I don't do what y'all do, trade managers. I'm not putting y'all down. I'm just saying I look at it entirely different. 112 55. Would you close that trade? It's down 100 and what? 30%. Would you close it when it's down? Here? No. Why would you do it? And that's why I say portfolio management is greater than trade management. Manage your portfolio. I wouldn't be able to hold my stuff that I've got in here now if my metrics were out of line, but my metrics are very conservative and my metrics are all in line. That's why you and I are portfolio managers. So remember, here's I think this is and it does help to beat it in every day, right? Portfolio management is greater than trade management. Manage the portfolio, and then you can handle bad trades in there. Bad trade and a good portfolio ain't nothing. Keep your metrics in line, follow that, stop doing your stop losses, and oh my gosh, if it does this, and being scared to death to trade. Come in here, do your thing every day. All right, any questions, any comments? Wouldn't a portfolio manager look at the risk profile for the entire portfolio? Yep, he would. Right. And we did that to start with. You didn't see it probably. So what we did to start with is we kind of looked at this is what we saw to start with, right? We said for the one expiration, you do the 4 expirations on there and see what the whole thing looks like. But for the first expiration of 1022, here's what we look like. Then you can add all the expirations, add the 4 expirations. kind of look at. It's kind of difficult to look at in with the 4 expirations over here. It's easier to work at in taste. Oh my gosh, you gonna make me log back in? What's the darn password? Oh, caps lock. Let's see what this one looks like. So let's go to MES trade. MES trade curve analysis. Here's what I like to say. This looks really good. That's what looks really good. Now we got an evil looking T0 line. Right? This is today. That T0 line looks really, really bad. But check it out. Today it looks really good. Right? Our P&L line, and look at that expiration line. Unbelievable. Let's just scroll out and look at how behold the whale. Behold the whale. All right, my kids are out of, oh, Gerardo, let's see what he says. I want to open another 111 today, but I'm using 45% of my buying power. I just sit and wait for, yeah, you should not open another one, Gerardo, because you're using 45% of your buying power. The answer is no. Now, if you're following my metrics, now your metrics may say, hey, man, I can go up 50% buying power. How do you want to reduce that 139 delta in this account? Yeah, so in this account, this is my freehand account, right? So in my freehand account, here's what I do. Okay, so it's up today, huh? So here's what I do. I'll look and I'll go, okay. Yeah, that's down 73, making $33 today. Do I want to reduce that a little bit? I got 30 over there. Here's what I do. Let's just do it. I'll close the position. Huh, Bobby, you're taking a loss. I know this is my freehand account. And on my freehand account, I don't look at it the same way as the other one. Actually, I'm doing better in this account. So let's close this one. Okay, I'm down to 126. I'm done for the day. That's how I do that. And I normally do that when y'all ain't here. I need to probably start managing that account when y'all aren't here. I just let them go, and I'll go, okay, it's a good day. It's, it's down $73, but let me reduce my deltas. And I'll close off pieces of that account. That's all I do there. But that's a great question, Dwayne. Wait, great question. All right, good session. Don't forget, 2 o'clock, Muscadine Mafia session of scalping. This is going to be really, really fun. I will see y'all at 2 o'clock.